In recent years, there's been a huge interest in the supernatural world, especially teenage witches, be it because of TV programmes like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or films such as Harry Potter and Twilight. Unless you've been living under a rock, you kind of missed it. For centuries, witches have been associated with the devil and the dark side. Here in the UK, the number of teenage witches is on the rise, including Kate, Olivia and Tiffany. They practice witchcraft as part of their religion called Wicca.
We welcome you, guardians of North and of Earth.
I'd really like to know what it's like to be a teenage witch.
If I'm thinking about witches, I think like old
Yeah, I think women kind of older, over cauldron.
Pointy hat, dark clothes,
long coat,
horrible things. Someone that's maybe in touch with the darker side, so maybe dresses a bit darker.
My mission is to bust some of those witch myths. Pointy hats, ratty hair, flying, magic wands, broomsticks, gnarly fingers. My first witch is Kate, an 18-year-old college student from Slough.
My favourite subject has to be chemistry. It's been in my family for many generations. When I finish college, I want to go off to Reading University, so I can do chemistry and education. My dream career is to become a teacher and then be a professor in chemistry.
The word witch means to bend or turn. By using magic, the witch can change events. Kate and best friend Nikki have known each other for 2 years. I wonder what Nikki thought when she found out her busy mate was a witch.
We was in our English lesson when I found out Kate was a witch. We were talking about religion, at which point Kate said, well, I'm a Wicca, and I didn't know what that was. So after the class, I'd asked her a couple of questions, like what it is, what it involves, and what she does. And at which point I said, well, that makes you a witch. Kate said, yeah, that makes me a witch.
I'm interested to find out more about Kate's life as a witch. Kate!
Hi!
Hi, I'm AJ.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Yes, please. Wow, the boudoir. Gosh, there's a lot going on in here, isn't there?
Just a tad. The broomstick.
First thing I spot is a broomstick. Is this a good sign?
In Wicca, it's often used for cleansing, to get rid of all bad things that's happened in the room.
So not for Quidditch, then? What does it mean to be a witch? What do you need to be or have?
You don't need to be anything. It's more of a mindset than anything.
Okay.
You don't need any of the props. When I was about 9, it was kind of the fact of, oh, wow, I can do spells, witchcraft, and all that hocus-pocus stuff.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Yeah.
And then as I got older, when I was about 13, is when it started to hit me.
Right.
It became a lot more spiritual. It's very similar to a lot of other religions where you have to go out and help people, just being a generally kind and friendly person.
Let's have a look. Kate's about to show me her daily ritual.
The candles are used to represent fire. Crystals are used to represent earth. The incense is used to represent air. And my goblet I normally fill up with water to represent water. I call upon you, great goddess, as the wise crone. Remind me of the joys and sorrows that each season has brought, and take into your cauldron the self I was in the past year.
And that's it, it's as simple as that. I'm curious to see if witches really do have special powers. Do I have allergies?
No.
That is correct. Do I have a boyfriend?
Not at this present moment, but soon to come.
I do have a boyfriend. Do I have a car?
No.
That's correct. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Not sure if that was a touch of the supernatural, or maybe just luck.
These are my parents.
Oh!
David and Susan.
Hi, I'm AJ. Lovely to meet you. Nice. Your daughter is a witch. What was your initial reaction?
Must be a sort of phase. She started, played around with a few spells, and it gradually grew from there. The only drawback I think she's really faced is being by herself.
There's not a community of like-minded people around here that she can be involved with.
Myth 1, witches do use broomsticks, but for cleaning, just like my mum. I'm now off to Essex to meet my next 2 witches, best friends Olivia and Tiffany, who are both 17, in the final year at college and studying for their A-levels.
Hello, come in.
Thank you.
Olivia wants to tell me about some of the horrors that can happen to a witch, even today.
I've got a friend that lives in America. She's the same age as me, and to her, I think her mum's a witch as well, and she lives in the Bible Belt, so everyone in the town found out that she was a witch, and their house got burnt down while her baby sister was in the house, like a baby, and they set the house on fire just because they practice witchcraft. And like, I think it makes no sense.
Olivia believes Wicca is a very positive force in her life.
I've matured so quickly since I found Wicca because I've suddenly have all these revelations. But I do appreciate that I'm really young and I have so much to learn, but that's why I'm so grateful that I've learnt about this in my adolescence, because it has shaped who I'm going to be for the rest of my life, and I'm really lucky for that.
Toby is Olivia's boyfriend. Wonder how he thinks Wicca has affected her.
When I first met her, she was a totally different person. She was really introverted, really shy. I mean, she's more outgoing now, she's kind of more friendly.
Do you think that is because of her beliefs? Because she is a witch?
I think that's definitely kind of helped her open out, kind of be herself, follow what she wants to believe in.
On her way to Olivia's, Tiffany collects twigs and berries for their rituals together.
Shadows is basically a book where you record your spells, your rituals, and basically your spiritual journey. Like, and if you have specific gods you work with and goddesses, then you'll record information about them so you can reference it.
Does Wicca have a Bible?
There's traditional Wiccans that may have a set text that they do for rituals, but there isn't actually a Bible as such.
Yeah. So is this sort of kind of like a self-made one?
It's basically like a self-made Bible, but it's also a record of your own spiritual journey, so it's personalised to you.
I really liked the idea of a personal diary instead of a one Bible fits all. Whilst no like drastic revelations are being made, it's definitely opening my mind to other people's religions and beliefs and ways of thinking. Myths 2 and 3, these are well-groomed witches. No ratty hair or gnarly fingers in sight. Full moon is one of the most important days in the month for a witch. As there's one tonight, the girls have invited me to join them for the full moon ritual.
The full moon is the most powerful time if you want to do magic and things like that.
Magic? Like what?
Magic, not as in zap you turned into a frog.
Okay.
No. Magic is very scientific because the point is that God is within nature, and so when we do magic, we're simply appealing to God.
This is the first time the girls have mentioned magic. What if it really does exist? Am I about to find out?
How are you feeling?
I'm quite nervous because it's pretty dark. So it's, what am I going to be led to? No, but I'm looking forward to it, actually.
We head to a nearby field, and it feels really spooky. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Apparently, we're going to start by casting a circle.
Concentrate your inner core energy. Try and get it through yourself and send it through your hands and direct it through the blade and point it at the ground. So push out every spiritual thing you have inside you.
Okay,
you know?
negatives as well.
No negatives.
Imagine a white light of purity coming to protect you as a circle, and the circle covers a dome around us as well.
This is our shield.
Okay.
So we don't want any nastiness in it.
Right.
We just want the good. I cast this circle to keep unwelcome forces out.
The cycle of the moon mirrors the cycle of feminine fertility. On full moon, witches honour the goddess.
We bid you hail and welcome.
Show her thanks. Work magic. and make wishes.
I wish to be more focused.
I wish to be a better person than I was last year and to be focused in my studies.
And I wish to be more open-minded.
The full moon ritual wasn't scary at all. In fact, it was quite mellow and therapeutic.
We welcome you, guardians of North and of Earth.
Myth 4, witches travel in cars, walk in circles, but can't fly. One of the main difficulties of being a teen witch is the lack of with other witches, so I've introduced Kate to Olivia.
It's nice to finally meet you. Yeah, same. It's the first time I've actually met someone who's a teenager and follows the same beliefs that I do.
We're heading to West Yorkshire to visit Inbaal, one of the most famous high priestesses in the country.
I've never met a High Priestess before.
Have you not?
No.
Is she like the ultimate witch? Is she like the top of the witches?
She's not our authority. We don't have to go with everything that she says, but I guess we would respect her, wouldn't we?
Are we all in one piece? Yeah. Come on then. Shake it off, shake it off. Hello!
Hello!
Inbaal.
Good to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Come on in, AJ.
Thank you very much.
Who did you bring with you?
I'm Kate.
Good to meet you, Kate.
Hello, I'm Olivia.
With over 10 years experience as a witch and 7 as a high priestess, Inbaal is more than qualified to help the girls.
I've got to admit, I did expect someone who was a little bit scary.
The secret is that I am actually quite scary. You should hear me when my broadband isn't connected or in traffic. I am pretty scary and I'm everything a witch needs to be, but I love people.
So how did you become a High Priestess?
A lot of studying and a lot of experience. Being a High Priestess is all about teaching, sharing your wisdom and developing and helping other people develop. So do you girls have any plans to become High Priestesses?
I would like to. If I become a High Priestess, it would please my gods.
Yeah.
There's been a real boom in teenage witches.
There's been a boom for about 15 years now, so it's not as sort of shocking.
Yeah.
We love seeing new people coming in. What I honestly want and expect from the new generation is for everything to be a lot easier for them.
Is this the wand?
This is a wand I made myself.
Okay, because I was going to say, every single one that I've seen looks completely different.
That's right, because you'll make it yourself. It has your intention in it. In magic, everything is about the intent, isn't it? So you've got the intent very distilled into what we're doing here.
Inbaal casts the circle with her stang, which represents the horned god. She's also a professional psychic who claims to have read for, would you believe it, Premiership footballers from Spurs and Chelsea.
Olivia, if you take this around, sprinkle it all around the perimeter of the circle.
Olivia sprinkles salt water to purify the circle.
Good. So mote it be.
So much it be.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
I put a spell on you.
And now the moment I've been waiting for, a spell. I hope Inbaal can help me with my nagging back pain.
Back's killing me at the moment. I've got a banging headache. I'd like that to go away.
So mote it be. Go on the head. And just visualize warmth in your hands. Your hands are glowing to help AJ with the healing, with the strength of the earth, our primordial mother.
Strangely, I could feel my back starting to warm up.
Thank you so much for having us. Have a wonderful day.
Have a lovely weekend.
Like the moon, my doubts about witches are starting to fade.
The main thing I learnt from today is how to cast a circle with a group of people rather than just by a single person.
Myth 5, witches do use magic wands, but only for good reasons. No nasty spells here. I wonder if the girls have experienced any negative reactions.
When I was at school, I came out with it. Most people say it was coming out of the broom closet.
Yeah.
But I got bullied for it.
Was it like verbal abuse, physical?
A bit of both, to be honest.
You don't feel anything bitter towards them?
I honestly don't, because I've learned to forgive them. I haven't necessarily forgotten.
Was there a time when you was just like, I'm not going to specify my religious belief?
I did go through a phase very similar to that, but after a while it was just, hang on a sec, this is who I am, why should I hide it?
Yeah. So you're confident to say it now?
Yeah. I would scream it from the top of the world if I could.
Tiffany also suffered from bullying, but with the help of boyfriend Dan and Wicca, she is caught.
Year 7, I got bullied. I think that's had an influence on how much of an introvert I can be.
Yeah.
But I also think being an introvert has had an influence on why I'm Wiccan.
I had this really bad thing about wanting to change my personality, and I know that I didn't need to change, I just needed to eliminate the negative, so following it really helped.
We all know how popular Halloween is, but it actually has its origins in Wicca. Trick or treat comes from the Celts, who went from door to door to collect food for the goddesses and gods. Witches call Halloween Samhain, which Kate and I are going to celebrate with Tiffany and Olivia. Happy Halloween! This is a big deal for the girls. Their first time celebrating Samhain as 3 witches. Olivia has gone to a huge effort in her living room.
Right, AJ, if you want to be grinding up the basil for us for the black salt.
Bewitched, bewitched. Together, we're going to make black salt by mixing salt with charcoal and basil. This is an ancient magic potion, a staple in every witch's spell book.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, we'll like that. Good job.
Olivia puts the ground basil into the cauldron to cook it up.
Finally got to see this cauldron in action.
See, it's nothing scary. There's no babies in it or
No.
anything.
Tiffany wafts a feather to add the magic touch.
Does that look all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that went really well. Now we're going to have plenty.
Samhain is the last day of the witch's year, the day to honour the dead.
We call you mighty dark god, the Holy King, as we celebrate your death and your future rebirth.
During Halloween, witches believe the veil between this world and the next is at its thinnest.
Now that you've done your ritual, can I be really cheeky and ask for a spell?
Time for the black salt.
I would like to ask the gods and goddesses to banish all my bad habits, including bite my nails. I eat way too much chocolate and it's not safe.
Witchy girls, try and draw that out of her. How do you feel?
Better.
And now it's the girls' turn. Final myth, witches do wear pointy hats, but only on Halloween. Now that the ritual is over, the girls can let their hair down and join in the Halloween fun.
And think about something that you want to achieve over your new year. Okay. Yay! Yay! Yay!
Is there anything that you've learned tonight that you wouldn't have thought of doing?
Mainly how to make the black salt.
Yeah.
And also why not to use it, because it gets all over your hands.
Today is the new moon and we're going to Witchfest International, the largest of its type in the world. Going for over 8 years, it attracts over 5,000 people and is right here on our doorstep in Croydon. Yes, a global gathering Witchfest in Croydon. So do you remember I did that spell on my back and my head? The next day, well, my back was cured and my headache went. I'm a little apprehensive. It's one thing getting to know 3 witches, but thousands. However, the girls are very excited. It's the first time, and they've been looking forward to it all year. Kate is buying a book by High Priestess Kate Best, a witch for 30 years who has written a dozen books and is the UK's most successful author on witchcraft.
I'm buying that book in particular because today I'm going to get it signed.
Kate's dream has come true.
Welcome. Any advice you'll give to a budding teen witch?
You'll know what's right for you in your heart, what feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable, what feels good, what works. Don't let anybody persuade you into doing anything that's, doesn't quite feel the right thing.
Thanks.
Tiffany is doing a workshop on how to make her own magic wand. While Olivia is enjoying a class on moving magic. I'm so open-minded, I'm even learning Morris dancing. Sadly, my journey is coming to an end.
Getting to know you 3 has been an absolute pleasure. I did have negative connotations to begin with, I've got to admit, but all of them have been banished.
Yeah. Do you think after this experience you'd ever become a witch?
No.
It's complicated.
I'm going to be honest, there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I've got an absolute, 1-week crash course in witchcraft. I'm definitely open to the idea and to other people's beliefs, which is what I wanted out of this. I might see you again. Keep casting brilliant spells on me. Thank you, you too.
So that is it. 2 of the biggest events on the Witches calendar are officially over. Now, I've got to admit that at first I thought being a witch was perhaps a little bit of a phase. But having met and spent time with 3 witches, I've learned that Wicca isn't just all hocus pocus, fire and brimstone. I've met 3 girls who, have complex beliefs, but mainly they are kind, confident, intelligent and happy girls. And that's good enough for me. And besides, if a spell can help banish all of my bad habits, then who am I to complain? One day, maybe.